सीदंती मम गात्राणि मुखम च परिशुष्यति वैपथुश्च शरीरे में रोमहर्षश्च जायते. Hello friends. Friends, this is the 29th shlok of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first understand its meaning. So the shlok says Sidanti mama gatrani, which means my limbs are quivering, mukham cha parishushyati, which means my mouth is drying up, Vaipathushcha sharire mein, which means that, and in my body there is shaking, Romaharshascha jayate, which means, and my hair are standing up. So the shlok overall is what Arjun is telling to Shri Krishna, and what he's saying is that my limbs are quivering, my mouth is drying up, there is shaking going on in my body, and my hairs are standing up. So if you are listening to the other videos, which are the previous ones, then in the previous shlok we are told that Arjun tells Shri Krishna that after looking at all my people standing over here with the intention of fighting, after that, this is what he is telling to Shri Krishna, that after seeing them, my limbs are quivering, my mouth is drying up, my body is shaking, and my hairs are standing up. So we know that Arjun, when he looked at the people who are standing in both armies who are ready to fight, his heart is filled with compassion, and with a great sorrow he starts telling this to Shri Krishna. So we can see that that Arjun over here is in a very bad shape. Over here he is confused, and he feels that all of this thing that is going on over here is pretty bad. So that's why he is behaving like this. He is not behaving like this because he is scared to fight. That's not the case, because it's the same Arjun who has fought war with the same people, with all these warriors in the Kaurav army, in the Virat war, and over there he is able to defeat all of them by himself. So it's not that Arjun is really scared of fighting. Also, Arjun has very strong weapons. He has all the Divyastras, he has the Brahmastra, he has Pashupatastra. He is pretty strong, he has all those weapons, so he is not really scared of fighting over here. The reason why he is scared over here is because of the consequences that he can see of this war that might happen. He sees his loved ones in both the armies, and he knows that if they were to fight, then most of these people over here will be dead. And so the consequences of this war is pretty bad, and that's what is really making him nervous over here. He's not nervous because of fighting, or he's not nervous because he's scared. He's nervous because he knows that this war is going to lead to destruction. So that's the message that we are being told over here. And you must understand that this is where Gita becomes different from other religious texts. We are generally told that, you know, the religious texts are pretty violent, and they are the ones which lead to communalism. But you can clearly see the difference between Gita and other religious texts. If you look at the religious texts of other religions, you will see that over there the fight generally is between that sect and other sect. It's always us with them. So for example, in the Quran, the fight is always between the Muslims and the non-Muslims. In the Torah or in Bible, you'll see it's the fight between Jews and non-Jews. But if you look at Gita over here, you can clearly see that Arjun has used the Durbuddhe word, or the evil-minded word, for only Duryodhan. He has not used it for anybody else. And so he looks at the other people also as his own family members. I mean, that's what he's looking over here. He's saying that in both the armies it's his loved ones, which sort of signifies that Arjun is humanizing the other side also. While if you look at the other religious texts, you will see that they dehumanize the other side. So this is something that you have to understand, that this is not a communal text over here. It's not uh, Pandavas versus Kaurav in that sense that the Pandavas are good people and Kauravas are bad people. It's not like that. It's just that the situation has arisen in a way that Arjun has to fight, and Arjun can clearly see the consequence of the war that is going to happen over here. So this is something that we have to understand. I mean, most of the time people generally say, oh, all religious texts are bad, all religions are bad. But there are very subtle things that are present in Bhagavad Gita, through which you can clearly see that Bhagavad Gita is not a communal text. It is not where the people on who are reading this text are good people and the others are bad. It humanizes the other side also. So that is what we have to realize over here. So I hope I've explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.